Hello folks, welcome to our walkie talkie. We are again in the West End. So I just want to say a topic that came to my knowledge yesterday was the term grey sexual. It's a lovely building over in it. The term grey sexual, and the source is Count Dankula. Right, but basically it's a definition of where people don't have sexual feeling for quite a time, and then they do, then they don't, and you know, I just don't understand this one, because especially people arriving into their 30s, they're not the walkabout hard-ons who were half their life prior to it. So and I thought there's even a flag for it. Grey sexual. Whatever. But when Count Dankula was starting to talk, I was thinking he was talking about a weird group of people who got turned on at the colour grey, right? But it wasn't the case. It was as I was describing. And to be honest, I really don't actually think there's even a need for the word grey sexual, because let's be honest, it's a bit like, turning up and down music and all that stuff, right? 1 minute, can I say, 1 minute it could be up and a minute down. That's bad pun usage. But what I'm trying to say is, 1 month, let's say John Blogs could be, constantly, what's the word for it? And then another month it could be maybe less, and then more the next month, and less still the next month. There's no need to actually pull out stupid phrases like grey sexual. That can confuse people. People are very much like the tide coming in, the tide could come in much deeper one day and much less the next, and then a wee bit more than normal the next, then less than normal the next. You get where I'm going. I honestly don't, I really don't understand why everything has to have a word with a suffix sexual, And I would probably even describe it as getting your blood pressure taken, right? One day you could be higher blood pressure, then the next one you could be lower blood pressure, then you could be a kind of average between the two, then that could replicate for a couple of days, and then back up to high blood pressure, low blood pressure, constantly variable readings. I just find it bizarre. When it comes to the Reddit world, what are you expecting though? It's just bizarre. I thought there's no age range with this sexual phrase, right? Where you could feel completely void of sexual feeling at any age. Apparently there's no saying, once you grow to the age of 40 and look like Gail Platt, that's the end of enjoying riding on your twat, right? No, it's completely variant. It's a bit weird, but as you heard me say, it's a bit like blood pressure, right? One day you could be very high, then you could be high, then you could be lower, then you could be average. And I think that's exactly the same logic with this phase, these people want to use the term grey sexual, they're forgetting the body's never one number or variable, it's forever chopping and changing, rising and lowering, whatever. And you don't need a terminology with the suffix word being sexual to describe that. It's happening all the time. In fact, if you have ever had your blood oxygen done, right, you can get 100% blood oxygen, you could get 99%, you could get 96, 98, recent times when I was dealing with allergy matter, my blood oxygen was 96, right, lower than normal but not enough for the gas, right, and then it rose back to 98 as medicine was working and calming the body back into a normal working state. So I think basically I've covered everything now. So whatever you're doing with the rest of the day, hope it's a good one, and I'll catch you later.